We may have entry. I'm getting my order really close now. To draw the trigger, enter. I'm in. Let's hope it holds. All right. The first couple minutes are going to be the scariest. Get your order ready to go all out, just in case. So that's the first thing you got to do. Get an all-out order ready. I got to do that across 4 accounts. We're actually getting really close to an all-out. I'm going to keep us in to a second all-out point, but I'm going to tell anyone who's risk-averse your first all-out point just in case. Oh, that's definitely all out. Get out. Okay, I'm all out. So the price will go down further for further loss if you didn't get all out. What kind of contract are you buying? Calls. All right, so TLRY stinged us. That's the first time in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, John says they can't all be winners. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If you have the ability to wait for another entry signal, we'll see if we can get it. But it's going to be an extra confirmed signal now because it has to break over 2 pivot highs. Going into spectate mode. Yeah, I have 0 day trades on this account left. So we'll clear that out. Now, if anyone happened to still be in for really bad reasons, you should have got out. But if you happen to still be in, and I know there's people out there that for whatever reasons do that, now's your second chance to get out at near break even. The reason why stocks go up like that before going down further is to give you false hope so that they can slam you down harder. So learn to get out when you have the second chances. If you're supposed to get out the first time, you absolutely should get out on your second chance. You shouldn't hope it's going to go good. That's exactly what they're doing that for. That's exactly why price goes up. Okay, good, Whitney. So that was our first loss in 2.5 weeks. So that's pretty good. We had somewhere around 12 or 15 winners and this loss. But let's see if we can get back in for anyone who can get back in. 20% loss on my accounts. How about you guys? That's pretty good. To get a 10 or a 20% loss on a really bad pullback like that, is really good. 50% is the worst that these can get sometimes. Yeah, 17% loss on for John. Yeah, that's totally good. What is the Zoom ID? Okay, the Zoom ID, if you want to type it in that way, is 639 725 7863. And there's a password, but just let me know when you've got that much in. Keith, in other words, you bought more contracts. But I mean, were the contracts that the number of contracts and the amount of money that you risked, is that in concordance with how much you should have, or you risked more than you should have, Keith? Seeing the after hours gains, isn't the play to short TLRY today? It doesn't always work that way, Jeremiah. At the open, perhaps. But what we try to do is pick the bottom reversal and then catch the retrace momentum and potentially a breakout to the upside. That's this particular play. All right, if price goes above 9.53, let's see, 9.53 on the bid, that could potentially be a second entry. So I'm going to tweak up my next entry. You bet, Jeremiah. So, or can I call you Jeremy? What do you like to be called? So, if you can, click through the link in the description there, and hopefully we'll see you in the group. All right, second entry did not occur, so that's kind of good because it's a tricky stock. What's the password for the Zoom? Okay, I'm going to repeat the ID and then I'm going to say the password. Here we go. So the Zoom ID is 639 725 7863. The pass code, whenever I say a letter, it's a capital, is 2B as in Bob, TR 56. 2BTR 56. Jeremy is some other guy. All right. All right, Jeremiah. Bidu going to run again today. This is the only one we're stocking right now. Let's take a look at Bidu in my side view. I'm not loving Bidu for momentum play today. I think it's gonna be struggling through topping as it trades throughout the day. Not good for a day trade, but potentially good for a swing trade. But I'm not going to call that right now without looking at the daily. All right, I have an order ready to re-enter TLRY should that signal come. Did you guys get into the Zoom then? I think they did, yeah, because yes. Well, let's see if another entry happens. If you have any questions while we're patiently waiting, feel free to ask. Good morning, Quasimodo. Yeah, it rewrote what you said. Thanksgiving for sharing the Zoom link. New all-time high on Bitcoin. Really? I have Bitcoin. I'm surprised though. I thought it was going to pull back. Yeah. AI. Let me take a look at AI. Well, I'd have to look at it on the daily chart if that's what you're asking. Medi LCA, it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, LCA is running and running. Yeah, I see that. If you want to take the risk and get into LCA on that 1 minute chart, what you would do is our 924 strategy. So hopefully you got a chance to watch that. And that would be if a green candle breaks a previous red candle high. But it's getting pretty extended off of the 20 moving average, so I'm not sure that you would want to enter that right now, Medi. If you've watched the 924 strategy, you would know what to do there. And entry would have been at 21.2, and it's now at 21.8. Here's potential red candle forming. Corsair is doing good. All right, good. Yeah, Corsair's going to be like a couple weeks swing. We're in that. All right, we're getting close to potential breakout reversal on TLRY for a second entry. It could be a fake out, so be ready to get out fast once you get in. But if it does run, we're going to make back everything we just lost. Shiatsu, no, we're technically not still in the $9 call, but if you are, congratulations, good for you. You held through quite a drawdown there, which you shouldn't have done. However, if you're still in it, great. Stay in it. Unless price breaks below 9.18. Next move? Oh, gotcha. Would we still be entering the 9 strike? No, we probably would be entering the 9.5. It's a little safer to enter the 9 though. So you'll it'll be a little bit more expensive. So I'm taking the 9, but you could take the 9.5 if you need the leverage. There's always that one person still holding who gets lucky. Yeah. It's like, at the end of the day, it went down like the 98% loss. It's the end of the day and it comes back up and they're like, see, I told you. You should always hold. Yeah, no. Yeah, Corsair's edging up. Nice. I just took a look at it. Warren Buffett, who? That's funny. All right. We're getting even closer to breaking an important pivot. And that would be when the bids hit 9.53. Wow, we were really close. 9.49, 9.50, 9.51. We could get a second entry here. I'm going to actually want to see it hit 9.54 on the bids. But it's happening. Here we go. Here we go. Boom, I'm in. All right, now, first thing you want to do right away, get your order to sell out because this could be a fake out. But the exit point is way down there. This could be pretty wide. Stop it right now. Hopefully I can move that up for you in a second. But this looks pretty positive. So we'll let it pull back a tiny bit. We'll give it some breathing room. Yeah, hope so, John. If it continues the way it ought to, it'll at least get near testing the open. So 9.85, somewhere around there, 9.75. We'll get 20 cents out of it at least if it continues to push up. It looks like it's doing okay. I'd like to see it hold the 20 SMA on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so now it's testing our faith. Ticker, TLRY. All right, showing positive signs. The bids are raising. The asks are staying pretty tight, though. So we are going to have to see real demand here. And I really don't know how much money cannabis stock buyers have. You ever notice how cannabis stocks struggle? None of them just turn into Google, you know? It's having a hard time pushing through 9.46. They must be pre-market bag holders. Come on, 9.46. Great. Okay. The ask's raised to 9.47. That's a positive. 9.48. 9.50. All right. We might be coming out of the woods now. This is a good sign. Come on. You can hold this. If it can get through 9.51, I think it'll push through VWAP. At that point, it'll be on the positive side of things. Yes. The bid and the ask are above 9.7, 9.53, 9.57, 9.58. Boom. There we go. That's a good amount of strength. That's probably going to trigger some traders who are bag holding to go ahead and get out. So there'll be a little bit of a drop. But that's going to eat up their bag holding. So that's going to release resistance. Got to sign up. Okay. Hey, everybody on YouTube. How are you doing today? Yeah. So typical struggle at VWAP. And we'll have to see if we can break through VWAP. It's testing it again now. 9.56. Okay, and then it pulled back. 9.56 again. 9.57. Very good. The bid and the ask almost crossed right there. There we go. Back at VWAP. Push through the VWAP. Come on. Get over to 9.65. You can do it. 9.6. 9.61. 2. Awesome. 3. All right. Sellers are feeling the fact that the demand is there and they're lifting their ask. This is what we want to see. All right. I'm up 6%, 4%, somewhere in there. There's really not much to do left to do right now except run back to the open. But it has 2 points it has to test. 9.72 and that whole area between there and 9.9. But I do believe it'll just run up. Once it gets to about in the 70s, it's going to get the most resistance. So we did pick the reversal, you know. You got to be proud about that. How far it'll run, we don't know. So that's the second side of things. But at least we did our best getting in at the momentum reversal point. Now, if you happen to have a lot of contracts here at 9.7, you could take a very small amount off. Like if you had 20 contracts, you could take one off, like 5%, less than 5%. So you take a little bit of profit right there because that's resistance area. Yeah, round two. I just imagine Elliot just typing on his Jacob, are you still here? Oh, you're not, man. Yeah, that's all right. All right, we got a little bit of a hot dog forming. The good news is our stop is now at 9.42. It is far down there, but it won't be that much of a loss. And if you already took 5% of your profits out, that'll help offset that. So you'll be even a smaller loss. Okay, Jacob, awesome. I didn't know you were still in here. Oh, there you are at the top. Just got home. Dentist told me I did much better than last year. All right. I was imagining you texting like you're in the dentist chair, like, oh man, come on. All right, so it did encounter that resistance I mentioned at 9.7. We expected that. Our stop is at 9.42, so quite a bit of ways. So hopefully you did take a little bit of profit off the table where I told you. Just in case that's the last light of day it ever sees. Gotta let it breathe. John, you said when it's all done, can you help me with some indicators in my workspaces, et cetera, et cetera? Yes and no. Are you a VIP member? That's for VIP members. If so, then go ahead and send me a PM, and I can share some things. All right, price is dropping. Get your sell all orders ready. You always want to be ready for that. Always market orders, by the way, if anyone's new. RVP? No, I haven't looked at RVP. We're trading this. What's being traded? TLRY. 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 Now, in order for this to continue, it needs to hold pivot, and pivot is at 9.42, and it's getting really close. So, unfortunately, we may have to dump this again for a second loss, and that would suck. But 9.41 is what the ask would have to move to, and we're only 4 cents away. It actually kind of spiked down in there already. But it needs to close like that, really, ideally. All right, it's on the rise again. Microsoft doing good. Yeah. Amazon's doing good. Netflix is doing good. Let's see. So we are in this, and we're riding out a pullback. And we want to see if this ticker is going to have enough momentum, potential, and demand to push up through this and continue trending upward towards the open. Right now we're at about minus 9%, I think. Let me see. Oh, minus 1%. Okay. So we're at basically a break-even point right now. So we're above VWAP again. That's good. We're essentially in a pattern now of just cutting through VWAP, which is good because whatever selling pressure is being created above VWAP or at VWAP, that resistance, those are bag holders. And so as more and more bag holders get out, there will be no sellers left. And this is a hard to borrow stock. So you can't just short it and push it down. Not readily anyway. So we have a lot of things working on our side on this. And Keith, did you happen to see mention if there was any upgrades on this? Hey, all right. No, yeah, no upgrades. Yeah, that would be better. The market is going back up towards its open. So that's useful. Wind at our back. But not today, Constantine. I was talking about new ones. Right? Isn't that true, Constantine? So we're holding at VWAP. The bid and the asks just went up a couple cents. We need this to break through 9.72, 9.73 in order for the trend to continue. That's what we're looking for. Cool. Our Corsair holding is up. %11. Nice. By the time we sell it, it could be over 100%. Okay, that's a really good sign. So we're going to retest the 9.7, the low 9.7s, and we want to break through. If it can break through the 9.72 area, then it will run back to the open. If it does not, that's not great. It's not a great sign. So I would recommend de-risking here because this is the second time we're having to go through this. So de-risk another 5 to 10%. Out of my 100 contracts, I'm going to get rid of 10. While we have some strength and while we have some appreciation on our contracts to take. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah. A lot of signs lighted up on that Corsair. I think it's really going through the moon. I think it's going to break all-time highs in 2 weeks. All right, we're inching up to the 9.7s. Hopefully you took something like 5-10% off here of your position. Okay, 9.72, 9.73 on the asses is great. We're getting a bunch of momentum right now. This could be FOMO. People are freaking out. 9.72. Okay, this is really good. It just printed. Come on, can you hold through? The bids in the ass just dropped a tiny bit. 9.72, 9.73. Can I see a 9.74? That would be the magic number. Oh, no. No 9.74 yet. If you need to take some contracts off because you're concerned and that's your risk level, this would be a good time to do it at a profit. I already took off 15% here. So we're going to ride through this. $9.72, 9.73. Come on. It pulled back again. I want to see a 9.74. I don't know why the ass. There we are. There we are. There we go. 9.75, 9.76. Yes. Great. The bids are at 9.75. We're in a really good spot with this. All right. There we go. 17%. All right. Pulling back a little bit because we have pre-market bag holders to cut through. 9.73. But we basically showed that the demand is there. I'm able to move our stop up to 9.55. Basically the bottom end of this pivot. 9.53. Ryan asks, who's in? If you're in this play, go ahead and type in. What's up, Elliot? Welcome to the TikTok. Teledoc, would it be good to watch for entry or move on? For a day trade, Mark, or for swing trade? In. Okay, cool. We've got a couple people on the TikTok who are in. That's awesome. And there's 6 of you at least who said you're in over there on the Zoom and on YouTube for day trade. And what was this stock again? Oh, Teledoc. What stock are we watching? We are watching TLRY, TLRY. We're in this. And we've got our stop raised to 9.53 at the moment, which is a little bit less than break even, but we've already taken 15% of profits off the table. Teledoc's not coming up, and I'm going to have to pay attention to this trade. So, but I can check that tonight in class. If you want to be, if you want to tune into the class, we can take a look at that and see if it would have been good. Okay, good. The bid and the ask are going up. Oh, we've got some momentum again. All right, 9.7, 9.71, 9.72, 73, 4, 5. We've got a good amount of momentum at the moment. 6. Look at that. Really nice. Because it's been struggling a little bit, if you wanted to take 1, 2, 3% of your position off here, that'd be fine. I'm going to take off like 2 contracts, like literally like hardly anything. But it's just a good idea. 2% of my position, just a little microcosm. We're up 14% on the contracts. 16%, 9.76. The bid and the ask are raising. Brendan, what are you talking about? We're not shorting it. Oh, why did you short Corsair, Brendan? All right. Yes, TLRY. Alboberto. Alberto. Okay, we'll be able to get out at 9.57 on the stop side of things. So our stop went up. So this is the benefit of being in the trade a little bit longer. Our stop is able to go up and up and up. So we either are now going to definitely close this out for a small profit, break even, or if it performs well, even better. All right, I'm up 18% on the option. $1,000. And I've taken some profits off the table already. So John asks, how do you gauge the change in stop? That's in the masterclass from a couple months back. VIP, you're VIP. So VIP members, you can access the archives. That would be the class called How Not to Lose Money. How to not lose money. That's what it's called. I'm going to take off another 3 contracts right here while price is just struggling but hanging out. So I'm down to 80% of my original position. I've taken off a total of 20% at certain profit points. All right, there's a bit of a drop, and that was a pretty strong drop. So I would recommend you get your sell all orders ready. Our exit point is going to be 9.57, I think it was. Let me see. 9.58 is the bottom. 9.57 will be our stop out point. If it holds, great. We'll continue to make gains. If it doesn't, be ready to get all out. Protect your cash. Protect your position. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, TLRY. Hello out there in YouTube land. How's everybody doing? As it stands now, like right here, we're at 17% up. So now it feels good, right, guys? Now you feel comfort. You feel that nice comfort cushion of gains. And you know that if we're stopping out at 9.57, it'll be something like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 5% gain at this point. But it's going to be profitable, and that's good. It's comforting when you know that. So as more and more people put their eyes on this chart right now, they're going to start to feel like they're missing out, a little bit of FOMO, because they're going to say, boy, this thing just going up and up and up after it went down there. I got to get in. So hopefully that brings in some extra money. Sometimes I think about the stock market like, you know, buying and selling like Gucci purses or something at like a stand at a marketplace. I mean, that's essentially what we're doing. And we're just hoping this is one of those days people are going to pay a lot for TLRY. And everybody wants TLRY today. Okay, technically we can get all out now. So I'm going to get all out. It's an even better point than before. More profitable. But that will be it. It hasn't really